slow me down. I won't let my heart be silent. When I'm ready, you will know, 'cause my heart's gonna open and sing. My heart's gonna open and sing. This is my vision and this is my dream. I'm gonna make it happen for me. I won't let my heart be silent. When I'm ready, you will know, 'cause my heart's gonna open and sing. My heart's gonna open and sing. It's the perfect thing. I must confess, I don't care about the rest. I'm gonna just say yes. I'm gonna open and sing. No one could tell me how or where to go. I looked inside and now I know. My heart's gonna open and sing. 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 This is my best. I don't care about the rest. I'm gonna just say yes. I'm gonna open and sing. It's the perfect thing. It's the perfect thing. It's the perfect thing. It's the perfect thing. When I'm ready, you will know, 'cause my heart opens up and sings.
You've got to choose
Good morning and welcome to the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living, where we embrace all paths that lead to a greater realization of the divine. And we open our virtual arms and our actual hearts to embrace everyone who's joining us this morning. I'm Maxine Kaye, and I am the spiritual leader of this beloved community, where we teach the dynamic principles of science of mind, providing spiritual tools for human challenges. And we're doing our best to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence. And we're all about the divine business of creating a world that works for all. And if you care to join me in our purpose statement, it's right up there on the screen for you. Please say with me, if you choose: living, loving, learning, spirituality that works. And now I'm going to invite Claudia Carawan to sing for us The Journey.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Sometimes you sing a song of joy, other times you're singing the blues. Through all the ups and downs, I've come to see I'm being guided by a force of mystery. Traveling on the journey. Traveling on the journey. The soul is on a journey of a destiny unknown, and it follows faithfully the path which is its own. 2 steps forward, 1 step back along the way. Don't sweat it. Life is sweeter when you take it day by day. Traveling on the journey. Traveling on the journey. I don't know what road lies ahead or where I'm bound. It's only in reflection that I realize what I found. Traveling on the journey. Another road, another dream, another day, another pilgrim trying to find her way. Traveling on the journey. Traveling on the journey. Don't know where I'm going, but I'm sure gonna enjoy the ride. Wondering what it's like on either side. Yeah. On the journey. I heard the Titans call to find another way through the odyssey of every breaking day. I'm traveling on the journey, yeah. 2 steps forward, 1 step back along the way. Traveling on, life ain't nothing but a journey.
Thank you, Claudia. Step by step, day by day, we are on our way. Let's have a time for meditation now. You up for that? I am. Good. Let's just take a deep, holy breath. Feel it circulating through our body. Release it with gratitude. For this is the presence of the divine within our physical bodies, within our emotions, within our minds. Feel that lovely flow of divine energy as it moves through us with grace and with ease. Courage. Oh, what a beautiful word. Courage means of the heart. Let's touch that brave and steady place within us. Feel the continuous and steady beating of your heart. And listen. Listen to what it is saying to you. Yes. It says yes. Yes, you are loved. Yes, yes, you can. Yes, you are strong. Yes, you are guided and supported every step of the way on your beautiful journey. Yes, your journey is significant. Yes, it is possible. No, you are never alone. No, your adventure will never end. No, there are no barriers on your path, only stepping stones. And yes, Spirit is leading you on a divine journey. Yes, you are well equipped, embraced by love, guided with wisdom, safe in your courage, successful on your path. All is well. Now I would like to invite our practitioner, Joe Lurkwin, to open us up with a spiritual mind treatment.
Good morning. My name is Joe Lurkwin. I am a practitioner with the Greater Philadelphia Centers for Spiritual Living. Welcome to today's celebration and the bringing together of our creative community. This morning I'll read an affirmation from Edgar Cayce. Be patient with others as you would have them be patient with you. For in patience you become aware of your soul. So give confidence, give strength to others by your own patience and your own activities of giving expression of love and hope. I will state this treatment in the first person. You may take it for yourself if you wish. This is what I know. I know that there is only one God, one source, one. I know that everything is of the one. I know that I am of the one. I am part of the great one mind, one body that is God. I know this is the truth. And I know that it is my place to listen to others and to be part of this large, wonderful community so that I can bring peace and harmony to everything, so that I can be part of the big picture, the part that is the wonderment and the beginning of everything. I know that this is God's place and God's world. And I know that I am part of it and I am one with it right here and right now. And I am so grateful for having this knowledge and being able to do these things and to be able to help others. I know this is a wondrous thing, and I know this is all part of God. I release this to the law, knowing it is already complete. It is already done. As we say together, and so it is.
Thank you, Joe. Now let's join together in our affirmation for today. I am guided to every productive choice that assures me of a powerful present and an inspired future. Now I'd like to calling all kids, come and join us. Here we are. Hi. You know what fun it is for me to pretend as though I'm looking at you on the front row here while you're getting ready to go up to your fun day school. But I see you in my heart. I always see you in my heart. And the day will come when you're all together again right back here. And I'm excited about that. Right now, I'm excited just to be with you. Are you all wearing your masks? Look at mine. I have a new one. See what it says? Shine on. And that's what all of you do. And I love that about you. Well, you know, we're all on our journeys. We're all on our journeys. Even when we're not even leaving the house, we're still on a journey. And every single man and woman and child in this world is on a journey. And so when we remember some of the things you learned in Fun Day School about all the beautiful attributes of God, then we realize that those are sustaining us on our journey of living our lives every day in the way that we're choosing to, in the way that makes a difference for ourselves, for our families, and for the world. Let me remind you of what those 7 substantive qualities, say that with me, substantive qualities of God are: life, light, love, peace, power, beauty, and joy. And so they're within us as well. They have to be, because what were you created of? You were created out of the very life of God itself, of course. So today, I'd like us to embrace 2 of those beautiful qualities: love and light. And light also means wisdom, doesn't it? And so this is what I'd like us to focus on this morning for just a few minutes, so that we're taking the love and we're taking the light on all of our adventures. Now, as a very young person, when I still am, but differently, as a very young person in Sunday school or Fun Day School, I learned this song. And I wonder if you've sung it with us. And I wonder if you'd like to sing it with me this morning. It goes like this. God is love. That love surrounds me. In that love I safely dwell. 'Tis above, beneath, within me. Love is mine, and all is well. Ready for the chorus? God is love, sweet love. God is love, pure love. That love is mine, mine, and all is well. Now we know we're embraced by the love of God, whatever we're doing, wherever we may be. We're also guided by the wisdom or the light of God. So let's do light, okay? Are you ready? Ready? Me. God is light, that light surrounds me. In that light I safely dwell. 'Tis above, beneath, within me. Light is mine, and all is well. God is light, sweet light. God is light, pure light. That light is mine, mine, and all is well. Oh, I heard you all the way from wherever you are, right here to Paoli, and it was beautiful. I love singing with you. I love being with you. Let God's love and God's wisdom guide you every step of the way today, no matter what you may be doing. Have fun. We see you next week. Bye. Boy, they don't stay long, do they? Now I'll talk to all the rest of everybody. Well, this year, Centers for Spiritual Living theme for 2021, I love 2021, and I spell it W-O-N, 2021, is Timeless Wisdom, Evolutionary Vision. Oh, this is a beautiful, beautiful focus for us for this year. And for February, it's One Journey, Many Paths. And today is about your personal journey. Road trip! Road trip! Are you ready? You know, when we go on a road trip, and we're always on a road trip of one kind or another, it's important that our vehicles, the instruments that we need to move forward, are well tuned, well cared for. It's really wonderful. Reverend Mike makes sure that everything about our car is up to snuff and is in perfect working condition. And in the snow, he even makes sure, as soon as it stops, he makes sure that we go up to the car wash and get it cleaned off so it doesn't get rusted. You don't want to get rusted either, you know? And so whatever the path is and whatever our pace is on the path, we honor it. And we learn to honor other people's as well. Now, we don't necessarily have to be NASCAR drivers, we'd just rather have a NASCAR. But we want to keep the vehicles tuned up. We need to keep this vehicle tuned up in order to feel and experience and be moved forward by the guidance of the love and the light that is within us. So whether you're racing around a track or whether you're moseying through the farmland or driving on a freeway or just sort of walking along through the forest, we want to be sure that our intention is clear and that we are feeling supported by the divine presence of Spirit itself. Many of you know that next week we have a very special guest speaker, and I've chosen the quote for today from one of my favorite books that was written by Greg Lavoie called Callings. He says, "You just need to figure out what decisions will assure that when your life flashes before your eyes, it holds your interest." This is all about where we have chosen to direct our journey. So the forward movement of consciousness is inevitable, and our choices on this adventure decide our successful, peaceful, powerful, productive process and progress. Many of you know Judge Thomas Troward, or you know of him. He wrote about the law of averages and how it brought all of humanity up to a certain point and then said, okay, guys, it's up to you now. And that's truly, I believe, what is happening in this evolutionary process. We have been awakened to a degree. The whole human race has been awakened to a degree and now left up to continue that awakening and that progression very consciously. It was all done on a level that was not necessarily conscious to us. But now it is, and now it is, and that's very exciting. This is wonderful news because we now have the joyous responsibility of creating our lives as we clearly intention them to be, and the great joyous responsibility of co-creating a world that works for all. That's the journey that we're on. And we're awakening from this deep sleep of supposed separation. Oh, my dears, we have never, ever, ever been outside of the heart and mind of God. It's impossible. That's where we came from. That's where we live. But we do have this forgettery, this little spiritual amnesia that sneaks in sometimes. And we feel separate, and we feel apart, and we feel alone, and sometimes we get a little bit scared. But while we're waking up from this sleep of separation, we become ready to accept a joyous responsibility for our lives. And that's a wonderful place to be. The Reverend Dr. Mary Tompkin was trained by Johnny Coleman, the Church of Truth in Chicago, and then began a center, a very successful center down in Florida, which is, I understand, still thriving even after her passing. But I love what she said about taking responsibility. She called it the horse pill of metaphysics. I'm responsible, not for everything. I am responsible for making right and perfect choices, for keeping my attention on my intention to bring good, to speak and think and feel and behave in very constructive, conscious, caring, compassionate ways. Now, it can feel like a horse pill if we haven't yet gotten to the point that we recognize that this responsibility is delightful. Isn't it much better than just going along as a little automaton and not having any say in the matter of our own precious vital lives and in the world itself? I swallowed that horse pill a long time ago, and I'm very glad that I did. Yay! Because I do believe that it's impossible for us to move forward without a sense of accepting this joyous responsibility. Our beloved spiritual leader of the Centers for Spiritual Living, Reverend Dr. Edward Viljoen, was, of course, an essential and wonderful and inspiring and uplifting part of this past week's Centers for Spiritual Living virtual convention that Reverend Mike and I and others attended from here. And he spoke a most dynamic phrase that I'm ready to share with you and invite you to this party. He said, I am a post-pandemic reality generator. That's the vision I want us to have as we're moving forward on this journey, because it's fading away. It's not gone yet. It's fading away. We're making progress. We're doing what is important. We're making intelligent decisions, and we are acting intelligently, and we are maintaining our vision on the world yet to be. Because we cannot allow ourselves to get too involved in too many facts, because what do facts do? Facts do what they're supposed to do. They change all the time. We want to maintain our vision on the truth. That's what leads us forward on this beautiful journey of self-discovery, that God is alive within each and every one of us, without exception, and maintain our focus on that which we desire, on that which we intend. I'd love to have us all accept this as our new forward focus. I am, say it with me, I am a post-pandemic reality generator. One more time. I am a post-pandemic reality generator. And that's with a capital R. And that is opposed to the small r, which is all the stuff that goes on out here. The capital R is the eternal truth that must have its way, because it never changes. Let's invite the changeless into the changeable and the changing. And so, although each person's journey is unique to him and to her, we celebrate everybody's path, knowing and honoring and inspiring the truth within each other. The truer we are to ourselves in this adventure and our inner vision of our lives, the greater the gifts become that we're able to share with others and inspire them along the way on their journeys as well. I have learned to honor each other person's path, and that's a very important thing that we do. It's important that we no longer say, wait a minute, your path isn't right, you need to be on my path. No. Each person's path is absolutely appropriate. It is unique to each one, as yours and mine is unique to us. We have a lot of things in common. We're being guided, we're being awakened by the love and the light of the divine, each in our own way. So no matter how different your path may be from my own, so long as it is not harmful, so long as it is not mean-spirited, it's the right path. We want to shine up these instruments. How do we do that? Well, try meditation, try spiritual mind treatment, try reading inspired readings, ancient and modern. Attune ourselves, align ourselves with this great vision of goodness, which is the divine plan for all of us to bring forth onto this planet. I'm learning to have brave conversations with folks with very different views. We can't run and hide and say, oh, I don't agree with them. I'm either going to argue with them or I'm going to just run away and not talk to them. How is that going to get us connected? How is that going to be creating a world that works for all if we aren't brave enough to enter into conversation? Let's work with respect, with civility. Wouldn't it be nice? Don't you see that the importance of bringing civility into each conversation, compassion, and courage. These are essential elements for us to jump over any gaps that might be between us and another person or between us and another group of people. Let's stand in our truth as we honor each other's world views. You know, we have something here. We used to meet in person. It's done virtually now, but it was introduced by two of our beloved members. At that time, it was called Better Angels. It's changed to Braver Angels, and I love the word brave. And in Braver Angels, people from supposedly opposing political parties come together to hear with their hearts, to want to know, to be curious. What is that to you? Why is that important? Tell us what that means to you. And to listen without judgment, and to speak with civility and compassion and caring, and to reach a point where we find our commonality. We can do this across gender, across religion, across politics, across ethnicity. Anything that may appear to divide us, we can just flow right over that supposed gap, because in truth, there isn't one. We feel there is, just as the same as we sometimes feel separate and apart from the divine, and it's never true. So we're returning to our capital R reality, where we are post-pandemic reality generators. And it's a wonderful thing to be connecting with each other and to be coming back in our own consciousness to the truth. Because sometimes when we're on these wonderful journeys, we take a little byway. And those byways can be fascinating. How many byways have you taken in your life and wondered later on, what was I thinking? And yet, if we go back and think about it a little bit more, we'll probably discovered we learned something. Perhaps what we learned was that we really want to stay on the path we decided to be on. And perhaps we picked up some wonderful ideas and thoughts and memories from those byways. And now we want to return to the main line. That's where we live. One of Ernest Holmes' probably the most favorite of Jesus' parables is also one of my favorites. It might be one of your favorites as well. The prodigal son. Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful expression of the pretense of separation and making choices that get us off of our path of our divine journey. But it's a good thing, because in this case, as the prodigal son said, and there were two brothers, remember, the stay-at-home son, the prodigal son. Prodigal son said, "Dad, I'm getting bored here. You know, I want to get out in the world and see what it's like. Would you give me what I'm going to get later on? Give it to me now so I can get out there and see what's going on." Dad said, "Sure, here you go." Went out into the world, and he wasted all of his fortune. He had nothing to eat. He had nothing left but to take a job. This is a good Jewish boy, remember. Taking a job slopping the pigs, which is probably the worst thing that a young Jewish boy could be doing. And one day, when he looked around and he was so hungry, and he saw that the pigs were even eating better than he was, which was not at all at that point, it says in Scripture, and he came to himself. He began to awaken. He began to remember that in his father's house, even the servants were well cared for. And he came to himself. He stood up and he started walking back along that road from whence he had came, that divine place he had left, in order to make some discoveries. Now, I can't say that those discoveries were bad for him. He understood more. He learned a lot about the wisdom of the world, and there's not a lot of wisdom in the world, is there? But when we learn what the beliefs are and what the activities are out there in the world where we feel separate and apart from the divine, we've learned something. We've learned the value of how precious it is, how precious to come back to the oneness. And so in the story, he's walking back on the road, and his father greets him halfway, embraces him, and leads him back home. This is what we are doing. We're returning home. This is the great return. It's the remembrance of who and whose we truly are. And of course, he was greeted with a party and a beautiful robe and a feast. Stay-at-home brother goes, "Hey, I stayed right here. I was the good son. I didn't go waste the fortune. I wasn't sleeping with pigs. You didn't give me a party." Remember what his father said to him at that point? He said, "Beloved, all I have is thine. All I have is thine." And that's something for us to take into meditation at times. Just think, hear that beautiful divine voice within you saying, "Beloved, all I have is thine." There's no striving, there's no straying, and if there is, there's an opportunity to return. And that's what we're doing on this beautiful journey. And Ernest Holmes says, we make our own mistakes, suffer from our own foolishness, and we must also make our own return journey into righteousness. Don't you love that word, righteousness? Right useness. It's the right use of our word. It's the right use of our intention, which becomes the right use of the infinite law of mind. God was, is, and will remain the essence of life, truth, and purity. Let us enter this essence in belief and be freed from our unbelief and human mistakes. That's from our Science of Mind textbook, and it's on page 499. How many times have we chosen a different path? Did we really stray? Or did we bring back some important lessons? I have brought back important lessons from every little dipsy-doodle off the path I have ever made. And I understand that there are no mistakes. In religious science, I hope you're not disappointed, but we don't have sin. We understand that the word sin came from the ancient Hebrew sin, that transliteration would be Tzin, and it was simply missing the mark in archery. It was an archery term. Miss the mark. There's no shame or blame in that. Oops, I missed the mark. I'm going to hit the mark this time. I'll work at it until I do hit the mark. That's a wonderful thing to realize. And Ernest said, there's no sin but a mistake, and no punishment but a natural consequence. That's a wonderful thing to remember. So let's bring back the important lessons. Let's continue walking on our journey. Road trip! It's always possible, and in fact, it is inevitable that we return to our home as we continue to shine up this beautiful instrument and feel and know the love, the nurture, the guidance, the compassion, the caring, the enlightenment, the moving forward. Then we're able to experience this delicious journey. It's a delicious journey. It's ours. We want to make the most valuable choices, don't we? And to delight in every forward step we take, and even delight in a one that goes back for a minute and then brings us forward again. Let's delight in every step. And let's appreciate the road less taken. Remember Robert Frost's beautiful poem? Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveler, long I stood and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other, as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as far though as for that, the passing there had warned them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay in leaves, no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day. Yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Honor your unique path. You chose it on a very deep soul level. Honor it, delight in it, move forward, knowing that you're never ever alone, that you and I and every sentient being is on this beautiful journey, and we are guided, we are guarded, we are filled with compassion and love, caring, nurtured as we move forward with light and with love. Will you say with me, I am guided to productive choices. I am assured of a powerful presence. I anticipate an inspired future. I walk ahead in grace and gratitude. And so, my beloveds, beginneth our lesson. And now is the time that we have the opportunity to celebrate our good with this beloved center. And you can see on the screen the different ways you may do that. Having this flow, this beautiful circulation of abundance is a wonderful thing for us to embrace and for us to implement. So however you choose to give your gift, you can imagine it's in your hand right now. Perhaps hold it to your heart. I do, because it reminds me that every beautiful gift in my life comes directly from the heart of God. And will you say with me our prosperity affirmation? I choose to celebrate prosperity. Divine love blesses my gift. It is my acceptance of God as the source of my abundant supply. With joy and gratitude, I share my abundance with this center. In doing so, I am one with the law of circulation. My tithe goes forth to heal, to prosper, and to bless, and it returns to me multiplied abundantly, and I am prospered, and so it is.
You can never really know which way it's gonna go. Set your feet down on the road, facing the unknown. Staring through an open door, like you've never left the shore. Walk on through, there's so much more to find. All you ever need to bring, an open mind, a willing heart, the song that you were born to sing. Be a candle in the dark. One step is all it takes to start. To be the adventure you are. You are, you are, you are the adventure. You can carry all the weight of your past mistakes, but that's a heavy load to bear. just pack what you can take. Standing on the precipice, know there must be more than this. Leaning into all that is divine. All you ever need to bring, an open mind, a willing heart, the song that you were born to sing. Be a candle in the dark. One step is all it takes to start. To be the adventure you are. You are, you are, you are. As I weave this tapestry, thread by thread, uniquely me, slumbering within the seed is everything I'll ever need. Awakening. All you ever need to bring, an open mind, a willing heart, the song that you were born to sing. Be a candle in the dark. One step is all it takes to start. To be the adventure you are. You are, you are, you are the adventure. The adventure.
Hello everyone, I'm Payson Bird, your Vice President of the Board of Trustees, and I'm here with your announcements. You're all cozied away in our new place, in from the cold weather. I hope everyone's backs are okay from shoveling all the snow that's been given to us. So, are you looking for new opportunities to connect with others, like-minded folks with some inspiration, learning, and sharing, and you don't even have to shovel the snow? Well, we are offering 1 new class and 2 new workshops. If you would like to be a miracle maker, sign up for Dr. Maxine's 8-week accredited Science of Mind class entitled Shortcut to a Miracle: How to Change Your Consciousness and Transform Your Life. Learn how you can manifest success in all areas of your life: health, success, prosperity, and relationships. Mason is running around right behind me, making lots of noise. He's our dog. Learn how you can manifest success in all areas of your life: health, success, prosperity, and relationships. Join us. This class begins on Tuesday evening, February 23rd from 6:30 to 9 p.m. All the details are listed on our website, calendar of events for Tuesday, February 23rd. Second, besides the wonderful talks that Dr. Maxine gives at our Sunday celebrations, this month we have a returning guest speaker for our 10:30 Sunday celebration on February 28th, Greg Lavoie, who will also be giving a special workshop that day starting at 12:30 p.m. entitled The Call of Challenging Times. The chaos of the pandemic year certainly has the potential to shake things up for the sake of helping us grow and evolve, and in his Sunday celebration talk and Zoom webinar is an opportunity to explore how your own life might grow and evolve as a result of it. This 3-hour Zoom workshop will be well worth its $25 fee. Third, Frank Henninger is offering a 4-week virtual workshop entitled The Cosmic Mind, a philosophical exploration of cosmology and consciousness. This is a love offering workshop where we will explore such questions as: what came before the Big Bang? Where did we come from? Why are we here? Why is there so much snow this year? What is the consciousness and where does it reside? And much, much more. This mind-blowing class starts Monday, March 1st from 6:30 to 9 p.m. 4. I'd also like to remind you of Reverend Mike's ongoing Science of Mind textbook study group on Zoom each Saturday from 9:45 to 11 a.m. You can jump in anytime for free. It's a love offering class. 5. To register for any of these classes, either call the office or email Linda at admin@cslphilly.com. Again, you can also go to our events calendar for all the details. Our website is www.cslphilly.org, where you can also view past Sunday celebrations and Dr. Maxine and Reverend Mike's love notes. And talking about website online thingies, do you have a social media experience and I'll start over there. Social media experience and an hour per week to help increase our online presence? I certainly don't have these skills. We are looking for a few people who can lend a hand in any of these areas. 1, posting to local newspapers. 2, posting to Facebook, Meetup, Instagram, and other platforms. 3, gathering analytics. And 4, tech support. For more details, contact Tina Richards at 267-773-9773 or by email at tr_richards@yahoo.com. I think that's an underscore. You can see it right here. Or is it over here? No, it's over here. And that's it. That's all our announcements for today. Stay warm. Don't hurt your back shoveling. And I'll see you next time. Thanks.
Thank you, Payson. Always entertaining and informative. And now we'll have our closing song talking about the journey by our beloved Eddie Watkins Jr.
We're going to the land of milk and honey, where you don't need no money. Talking about the journey deep inside, with infinite spirit as a guide, where your imagination can run free, and you can realize all your dreams. We're talking about the journey deep inside, with infinite spirit as a guide. Everything you want is already there. Whatever you desire, it will appear. Oh yeah, yeah. We'll be living in heaven here on earth, experience life for all it's worth. We're talking about the journey deep inside, with infinite spirit as a guide. But what you believe you can achieve, let your wild horses run free. We're talking about the journey deep inside, with infinite spirit as a guide. Everything you want is already there. Whatever you desire, it will appear. Oh yeah, we're going to the land of heaven. You don't need no money. Infinite spirit, your imagination can run free, and you can realize all your dreams. Talking about the journey, Oh, let the spirit be your guide, let the spirit be your guide, let the spirit be your guide. Let the spirit be your guide, let the spirit be your guide, let the spirit be your guide. I'm talking about the inward journey. Talking about the inward journey. Talking about the inward journey. living in heaven here on earth. They're talking about the journey. They're talking about the journey. And what you believe you can achieve. Talking about the journey deep inside. Talking about the journey. Talking about the journey. Yeah. You don't need no money. Talking about the land of milk and honey. Everything you want is already there. We've been living in heaven here on earth. Yes, we will. Thank you. What a band.
Whoa, thank you, Eddie. And now as we go about our beautiful day, let's know that the life, the light, the peace, the power, the beauty, the joy, the love of God are constantly showing us the way, inspiring us from within. Today is the day that we are recreating our lives and a beautiful world. And so it is.